Hi everyone, it's Pam from GlamJunkJournals, and today I'd like to do something different and take you on a tour of my craft room. I have been asked by one of my YouTube subscribers about how I organize my room and my ephemera, so I figured I would do a quick video and show you guys what I have. So we're going to start along the side wall here. Here is a hanger that I hang all my necklaces that I purchase at thrift stores, and I cut those up and use in my journals. So that's along the wall here. I apologize if there's some glare. Sometimes it's sunny up here, sometimes it's snowing. Right now it's kind of sunny. So we're going across my desk here, and in those three little bins right there, that is where I have my distress inks and my ink pads and things like that. A clipboard that I made. I've got my computer right there that's in sleep mode, and I've got all my pens and cutting materials there. And along the side here, I gotta say, what really helped in me organizing are these stackable bins that I got from Home Depot. I've got a set of 4, and they're each 3 inches high. So what I've got inside is the top one has all my washi tape, the next one down has all my rulers and my tear rulers and my tape measure, and along the bottom there is my loose glitter and my glitter glue and my loose glitter thread. So along the desk here, go around, and in this bin I've got my, what is that? Those are my stencils on the top and the bottom, and in the middle there are my liquid pearls and my distress oxide sprays. And of course I had to hang this. This is my motto. Leopard is my neutral. That's just what I believe. I love leopard, as you guys all know. And from here, let me stand up a little bit here. This 3-ring binder is where I keep my flat ephemera. And what I've done is I've kind of kept the pieces by theme. So that is filled with flat ephemera. And going across here, there's a collage print that I did. And across the top, there's a frame where I added some broken jewelry. And there's a picture of me when I was little with my mom, and I just love the Art Deco frame. That's the original frame, so I had to put that up there. And going down in the bins, I've got all my stamps. Those are 3 bins filled all with stamps. And in the middle here, the top one has all my different scissors, and the bottom 2 are all my clips, my crocodile, and safety pins and clothespins and things like that. And going along the side here, I had to add a vase of flowers. Not only does that make me happy because it's so pretty, it hides a big cord that is for our internet, so there was nothing I could do about that, so I decided to add that vase of flowers to cover it up. And I'm so excited about this, you guys. I just got a Sizzix Big Shot Plus for Christmas, and I'm waiting for some more plates to come in the mail so I can start using that. I am so excited about this baby. Yay! So going along here, I've got a tall bookshelf that keeps all my journals that I have previously made or received in swaps, some of my earlier journals. And going down along the shelves here, in that red basket, I keep my smaller bits of scrapbook paper and things that I've cut up and used. So that's my scrap paper stash. And in this container here, that's the larger scrap paper stash. So there's always a ton to be used in future journals. And standing up a little bit, this is my husband's hunting safe, and it has been bolted to the floor, so there's nothing I could do about moving it. So I had to kind of disguise it with some fabric. And along the top there is my notebooks and my magazines. And going across, there's some wedding veils and flowers that I found at thrift shops that I'm going to use in upcoming journals. And going across here, this is the opposite wall. And what I really like are these tall bookshelves. I also got these at Walmart, and they have the bins that fit right in the center. So what I've done here is, this is my next journal project. I like to keep my projects in bins when I'm not working on them. That kind of keeps me organized. And then going down here in this first bin here, I've got foam and wrapping materials and wax paper and things like that. And then going down here, there are my scrap bits of jewelry. You guys know how I love to use those in my journal, so I've always have a collection of those. And going down here, that is a bin that is full of different types of paper bags, and those are really fun to use in journals, and also corrugated cardboard in there. And on the bottom there, there is my yarn. And going over, there's my painting and my Mod Podge supplies. And right there is a hat box that's filled with backing and sheets and batting for my journals. And along the side there, there are my wallpaper books. And then going up, in that bin, I've got all my cards and postcards and all things vintage, like flashcards and things like that. And in this bin, I've got my shipping supplies. And up there, I've got my stamping supplies and my postal scale. So going along the wall here, here's my sewing desk. And my Singer heavy duty beginner model is the bomb. This thing sews through almost everything. I absolutely love it. And my bulletin board on the back. I keep my notes from my fellow junk journalers. That always makes me happy. And there is a picture of me and my husband and my daughter. It was our Christmas card from a few years back, and I just liked that. We were at a wedding, so I keep that one. And let's see, that is an altered wine bottle I made. I was really into decoupage for quite a number of years, so I made a ton of wine bottles, and I thought that one just went with my color theme. There's a picture of my daughter and I, sorry about the glare, when we were in Paris. I've got my guillotine cutter, and down here I've got all of my beads, my loose beads, and my buttons. So going back up here, here's another one of those tall bookshelves, and across the top, that is an altered cigar box I made with broken jewelry and some decoupage and some faux flowers from my stash and buttons. So that's along the top, and I've got a couple other storage containers. And down here, some more bins. My daughter got me that Beanie Baby pug because I think pugs are really cute. And in those bins, those are my flower petals and flowers that I've collected or pulled out of my stash. And in there, the bin below it right there, those are other ephemera bits that I have made to put in my journals. And going down here, here's some more fabric I received from a friend of mine, and I'm going to be making a journal out of that coming up. And of course my bling box, love the bling, so that's got all my rhinestones and pearls and bling on a roll and things like that in it. And this bin here, pull that out. This has got all of my smaller offcut materials. And yes, I do have a lot. And I absolutely love fabric, so this is always fun to go through. So I've got a whole bin of smaller scrap fabric. And along the bottom here, that is my vintage doilies and napkins. And underneath that, I've got a container full of different burlaps. And in that bin right there, that's all my glues. And in these two containers, or actually three, those are small bits of ephemera on the top, and in the middle, those are all my tags. And on the bottom right there, those are my larger, more 3D bits of ephemera that don't fit in my 3-ring binder. And coming up here in this particular bin, I've got all my napkins. I've got my sewing patterns, felt, my stickers, envelopes. What else do I have in here? My stamps. And so things like that in there. And right here, this is a scrapbook that I refurbished. It was originally from the 1870s. And I think I did a flip through on this on my website. That was really fun to refurbish. I love that. And this is a cheese wheel cover. You know, a round thing of cheese came inside this, so I just decoupaged it and decorated it with some buttons and some broken jewelry on the top, and that keeps all of my charms. So going around here into the closet area, in this closet I keep all of my clothing that I cut up to use in my journals. You guys know how I love to shop thrift stores and pick up clothing. So that's where a lot of my fabric for journals comes from. So I hang it in here, and along the bottom I've got my packing supplies and 2 extra bins of fabric. The top one has all my lace and tulle, and on the bottom is all my additional folded larger pieces of fabric. And so going along this wall here is all of my papers. And what really helped me get organized here were these bins here. These are stackable bins from We Are Memory Keepers, and you can stack them as high as you want. And the thing I like about these is they hold the larger pieces of scrapbook paper, the 12 by 12 sheets. So that really helps me get organized, and I tried to organize them by color or theme. And then going down here, there's a bookcase that I just painted with the red and black for my theme for my room. And on that shelf, I've got my doilies and my wrapping paper and vellum and additional pieces of paper for my books. And along the side here, I've got graph paper, parchment paper, lined paper, cardstock, and things like that. And then down here, I've got my vintage magazines and a stack of upholstery fabric samples that I've been collecting. And along this side here, those are the books where I've used the covers for journals, and that's all the pages. And I've got, let's see, a bunch of vintage music and more vintage images that I've collected from magazines. So let me stand up here, and I'm going to give you a wide angle look at my room. So here is my craft room, and this is where I spend most of my day. I love the leopard rug. It just brings everything together here. And let me show you one other thing. I don't think you can see outside. It's kind of cloudy and snowy, but right there would be the mountains. And underneath my desk is where I keep additional things. So this is my supply of ribbon. And as you can see, I have quite the selection. So I have them color-coded here, and also I have some really teeny bits of fabric. So that is quite a supply of ribbon. And along the bottom here, there is 2 more containers of ribbon, and one is all green and one is all blue. So if you guys ever need ribbon, I'm the one you should contact, because I would be happy to share it with you. So anyways, there's my room. This is where I spend most of my day and talk to all you wonderful ladies. So I hope you guys are doing well and enjoy the holidays, and I'll see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.